Hello, welcome to a new video. So girl, we about to get deep in this video. Some of y'all about to get mad, some of y'all about to be disappointed, some of y'all just might never watch me again. Who knows and who cares? But before I get started with this video, you already read the title. It's about artists who us Christians should not be listening to, and we're talking about mainstream artists, and we're talking about artists that we would never even thought that will be in alliance with the devil. So before I get started, I want to read a verse from Psalms 49 to prove my point into this whole video, because God so gracefully has shown me this verse last night as I was reading, knowing that I was planning to make this video today. Girl, I'm cracked. Planning to make this video today, so bless God. All right, so I'm sorry, I'm just talking. So we're gonna start by Psalms 49. No one can redeem the life of another or give to God a ransom for them. The ransom for a life is costly. No payment is ever enough, so that they should live on forever and not see decay. For all can see that the wise die, that the foolish and the senseless also perish, leaving their wealth to others. Their tombs will remain their houses forever. Though they had named the lands after themselves, people despite their wealth do not endure. They are like the beasts that perish. This is the fate of those who trust in themselves, and of their followers who approve their sayings. They are like sheep and are destined to die. Death will be their shepherd. So this just, evidence from the Lord, evidence from him right here, that what I'm trying to tell y'all is gonna save y'all. So I want to first start off, the first artist we're gonna talk about is Kendrick Lamar. Ooh, child, Kendrick Lamar. Now let me remind you, a lot of these artists I'm gonna say, I used to be fans of them. I used to listen to them. Kendrick Lamar was like, he wasn't like my favorite, but he was like in my top 3 favorite artists before I met Christ. So Kendrick Lamar, the reason why we should not be listening to him is because, first off, he believes he is Jesus. Especially with the new song. I haven't heard his album at all, but that his cover alone of that album speaks so much volume, and already gives me like the inside of it, and I'm not listening to it. Forget that. I never listened to it. So, but basically in that album cover, I don't know if y'all noticed, but he literally has the thorns, like the crown of Jesus that they put on him when he was on that cross. He literally had that crown on, and that was the first thing I noticed when I first saw like the album cover. That was the first thing I noticed. I was like, this man really think he's Jesus. And I'm not saying this because like, oh, because of just that one crown. He literally like proves it. And especially with the new song in the album, he literally, if you've seen the music video, he literally proves that like he thinks he is Jesus. He's over here like literally the same way how Jesus was hanged on the cross. He's floating, like basically walking on water. He's doing all this stuff, and he literally is, he just thinks he is Jesus. He thinks that he has this power over his fans, which he does. Y'all need to open your eyes. He does have power over his fans. His fans think that he is freaking the god of rap and the god of everything. They idolize Kendrick Lamar so bad, and they think that he is just literally basically just like untouchable, when he's literally just like the rest of us. He is God's creation. I don't know who he thinks he is, because he ain't Jesus, honey. He tripping. And also he shows, obviously this comes when multiple times that he has sold his soul. This is within his music, this is within his music videos. He shows multiple times that he thinks he's a god. That's the first. And then that he's also sold his soul, and he literally doesn't care about y'all. He doesn't care about his fans. He doesn't care. He's literally, all these artists are literally leading you to the pit of fire. They do not give a damn. Literally, he's not even on my list, but A$AP Rocky, I know that he And then one of his songs, which I also used to like his music too, A$AP Rocky, in one of his songs, he literally said, if I'm going to hell, I'm leading y'all with me. That's literally what A$AP Rocky said. And all these artists are thinking the exact same thing. They're just not going to literally say like how he said it. So, but with Kendrick Lamar, he has multiple times showed that he sold his soul. Now, let's think. I remember hearing his music mainly, I think like in most of his songs, or like in a certain album, I can't even remember because, you know, that's past me, but I know that in the end of his songs he would specifically say the evils of Lucy is all around me, so I went running for answers. And I used to be saying that, like, yeah, yes, Lucy, all of the Lucy's, yep. I used to be singing that, not even paying attention to the actual words. So let's digest it. The evils of Lucy is all around me. Lucy, he refers to Lucifer. So he doesn't actually just say Lucifer, but Lucy, Lucifer, you know. And you know how Lucifer, he uses woman as well. He can turn into a woman. He can turn to whatever the hell he wants. So the evils of Lucy is all around me. So that means like all these temptations, all these demonic things, like this desperation of fame, of money, because he's desperate, he goes looking to the wrong answer when he's desperate, and he literally just has all the evil in it. Literally, it doesn't really need that much of explaining, to be honest. The evils of Lucy are all around me. Literally, the devil's temptation is all around him. The devil is all around him. And he says also, so I went running for answers. So that means he gave in. He was curious, since that Lucifer was giving him temptations and telling him, you want the world, so I can give you this, I can give you that, I can give you this. So he went running for answers, aka selling his soul. He sold his soul to Lucifer because he wanted the world, and that's exactly what he's getting right now. He wants to rule the world, basically, because like I said, he sees himself as Jesus. And also, another thing is he is associated. So before, I'm kind of all over the place because I'm looking at my notes and I'm going all over like through my head as well. But he also, when he first started out in the rap game, he literally, like, I think it was Lil Wayne who signed him, or he was like associated. I think it was Lil Wayne who kind of signed him or something, like something along the lines. But he's associated with Lil Wayne. Girl, do I have to explain about, I didn't put Lil Wayne on this list because I think it's pretty obvious. Lil Wayne, child, he is literally like one of Lucifer's demons. Like, he is very very demonic. We all know that whoever's associated with Lil Wayne, they're demonic as hell as well. That rhymed. But they're associated. They have showed their alliance. They showed whose side they're on. So that's another thing as well. And it's a shame, it really is a shame that Kendrick Lamar had to sell his soul, because he really is a very talented artist. However, just money and fame literally just gets in the way, and that is all they see. That is literally just all they see. And I thank God that I've never been personally in that position, and nor do I hope anybody I've ever met or around me or watching this video have ever been in that position or ever be put in that position, because that desperation is evil. I'm not saying desperation is evil, but that type of desperation is evil. So on to the next artist. Y'all, this broke my heart when I figured this out. Child, J. Cole. Oh my gosh, I hate even saying it. If y'all used to know me, if y'all used to know me before Christian, I was the biggest fan of J. Cole. I was really his fan for like 10 years, like I think almost like 11 years. I've been a fan of J. Cole since middle school. Like, I was ride or die for him, and he don't even know how I exist, but I was ride or die for J. Cole. So it broke my heart when I realized that he is literally a part of the agenda. And before y'all be like, what the hell are you talking about? He doesn't even like rap about anything demonic or nothing like that. And you're right, he doesn't really rap about anything demonic. He doesn't rap about going to the pits of the fire and taking him, and, you know, taking all of us to hell. He doesn't actually rap about anything evil or part of the agenda. but he cannot be trusted, because if y'all know the story of J. Cole, he was first the first person to ever sign him was Jay-Z. Like, we all know there's Lil Wayne, the demon, and then there's Jay-Z. Like, he is literally like sitting by the throne next to Lucifer along with Beyonce. They are literally the kings and queens of the Illuminati, and kings and queens of just like, they are so, they literally have the devil in them. They are very, very demonic. So if y'all know the kind of the story, J. Cole, obviously he moved to New York to pursue his rap career, and literally all of a sudden Jay-Z, I guess, like, obviously not all of a sudden, I'm not gonna actually go more into the story, but Jay-Z kind of just took him under his wing. And how was it? So let me tell y'all this. J. Cole's obviously a very talented artist as well, but how a man like Jay-Z, especially at that time where he was even more like, he was more like mainstream, why would Jay-Z even bat an eye to a nobody at the time? Unless he had something to offer, his soul. Unless he had something to offer, is his soul. Even if y'all still don't believe me that he sold his soul, well, first off, Jay-Z signed him, so obviously that's a clear indication he signed him to Roc Nation. And then literally 2 years after being in Roc Nation, he made the album Born Sinner. If y'all, you know, all the J. Cole fans out there, the album Born Sinner, first off, the album cover itself already literally shows what happened there, that he sold his soul. It's really like, I'll probably put a picture of it. It's really like an angel with horns, and then like the halo on top of it. It literally already shows a clear indication that he has sold his soul. And that whole album is literally him talking about selling his soul and how much he regrets it. This is after 2 years of being in Roc Nation, and he's been in the rap game for like 10 years plus. After 2 years of being signed in Roc Nation, he immediately regretted selling his soul. But he clearly indicates how he sold his soul. There's even a song in that album called Illuminati, which used to be one of my favorite albums as well, because he confuses his fans. Because in the song, he literally says, well, I'm not going to word it correctly, but he literally says, like, what do I look like being in the Illuminati? Like, y'all really think I'm in the Illuminati and all this other stuff? Like, people were already catching on that he did sell his soul, but he needed to play it off that he didn't. So that's already like the second indication that he sold his soul. Also, another thing is he recently dropped what was it, the Dreamville, what was it, Dreamville, like, it was the recent drop of the album Dreamville, which I listened to it because I recently just figured out about this with J. Cole, because I've been watching a lot of the videos from The Truth Is, which I recommend 100% watching his stuff. I will literally put a link to his account in the description box, because he has opened my eyes to so much of this. He's the main, God and him is the main reason why I'm even like making this video. But so yeah, so what J. Cole is, he also earlier, and also around those days as well, when he first was blowing up, when he was first I know like his era where like the workout music came out, like that era of him where he had like super short hair, he was doing a lot of like Illuminati signs, Illuminati triangles, showing like the one eye thing. Like he was showing his alliance. He was showing like clearly like what side he was on. That was like in the very beginning of his career. Then eventually he just like, you never see him throwing those signs again. But as you can tell, he literally, this man, bro, I'm telling you, that's why I make this video, because I'm not judging y'all for listening to these type of people, or not knowing that these type of people are aligned with the devil, with Lucifer, because I was so blinded too. I was extremely blinded about all this. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and it's like, no, it really is. They're literally dragging you they're going to hell, and they're dragging all of us with them. So you cannot, you really about to go to hell because of some other person that doesn't even know that you exist, that they don't even give a damn about you. So you about to go in the pits of fire because of them? No, don't do that to yourself. God loves you too much to see you doing that to yourself. So another thing is, he also the reason why he dresses humbly as well, as y'all can tell, he sometimes be looking like a homeless person. He dresses humbly as well because he literally is a slave to his music, and that's what I was getting at. I got off track. The album of the recent album of Dreamville, if y'all heard the song Heaven's EP, he literally says in the part of Heaven's EP that I'm supposed to be relaxing, but this passion for music makes it impossible. Now at first you're thinking, okay, like he's just like, you know, he just is addicted to making his songs and making his music. You're not really thinking much of it, but the more you do think about it, he literally indicates that he has sold his soul, and that he is literally making, like, he's a slave to his music. He's really just a slave and a puppet to just make music, and he don't give a damn about nothing else. That's why he doesn't even flex. He doesn't even like wear all these chains. He doesn't like he probably does drive an expensive ass car, but he doesn't even drive like a super, like, he doesn't show it off. If that, like, he's saying humbled, and he's not showing it off, and he looks like a homeless person, all this stuff, while his bank account has millions in it. He don't care, because he literally, like, you can tell he regrets it so bad, and he feels like there's no way out. So that's that with J. Cole. Broke my heart. But anyways, next person was Kanye West. Do I need to explain more? But the reason why I'm talking about Kanye West is because all of a sudden he's a Christian artist now, which I'm not saying that's not possible. Of course that is possible. The power of God, it is possible. Like, he could be a Satanist sitting right next to Lucifer himself, and God will literally take you out of that in a quickness and make you into his child, and make you so big to the point that you will be sitting next to him in heaven. So I'm not saying that that's not possible, but Kanye West, child, you can't trust him. What the hell? When he first, I remember when Kanye, at least when I was growing up, Kanye West was really popping, and Kanye West literally he was known for being like very demonic. If y'all remember the song Mercy was it Mercy? I don't remember the song. It's the song where it goes Lamborghini. I'm not even gonna sing it, but that song. That song, I remember, like, that song was really like that one. That's what mainly like made me like, that's how I knew about Kanye West, and it made me really realize like that song was so freaking demonic. It was so evil, and it was disgusting, and even just watching the music video makes me sick to my stomach, which I haven't watched it in like years, but I remember very little small snippets of it. Disgusting. And just by that alone, it already showed me that Kanye West is very, very, very demonic, and he shows clearly who his alliance is with. And just to remind you, on top of that, he was married to Kim Kardashian. So if y'all don't know, which a lot of people didn't know, I didn't really know either, but the Kardashians, they're the witches of this industry. If y'all don't believe me, like I said, honestly, watch like the guy The Truth Is channel. He will literally show, like, it's proof that like Kim Kardashian is really a witch. Recently there was a video of her getting gifted Marilyn Monroe's hair, and she literally said out loud that she's gonna do some crazy voodoo-ish with this. And people were just laughing because they take all this demonic, devilish stuff as a joke because they don't believe in it, and that's exactly Lucifer's plan. He doesn't want you to think that he wants you to think that this is not a big deal, that he is not real, that hell is not real. He wants you to think that, so you can meet him. You can meet him face to face when y'all pass away. So that's the first thing. He was also married, so he was married to a witch. He was first off very, 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 very demonic when he first came out and he first blew up and all this other stuff. The agenda, so the point where him being a Christian, that's all part of the agenda. That's all part of his agenda is, well, not his agenda, the Illuminati's agenda, because they love to confuse us. They love to confuse people. They love to make them think that we're just crazy and this is conspiracy theories and this is all this other stuff. They just love putting conspiracy theory on the truth. But so basically, yeah, Kanye West, that it's just an agenda, him being a Christian. He needs to gain, this is also another way to gain even more fans and to gain even more people's trust. So he's getting even more people to go to hell with him. And reason he's actually not a Christian is because, I don't know if y'all saw, but recently, like the Donda concert or whatever, not recently, I don't even know when that was, but I know that's just the last thing I remember of him is the Donda concert. And that was supposed to be a Christian concert, right? You cannot tell me, bro. I want y'all to look up the Donda concert video and tell me, look at how the concert was. Y'all really about to tell me that's a Christian concert? That was literally a whole freaking ritual, a whole like devilish ritual sacrifice, and they were trying to cover it up and saying, no, this is Christian, like this is a godly thing, like da da da. Nobody in the right mind, especially, well, at least nobody, like Christians, us who know God, y'all really about to look at that and be like, what the hell? People, how are people not seeing that this is literally a ritual? It's literally it was a very demonic ritual, and it was really disturbing, and like he had his face covered up, and like it was just what the heck is this? It was so disgusting, and it's just like the fact, I really, it makes me mad, because I really hate that people use God's name, like with Kendrick Lamar and Kanye West, that they think they are gods. That was my next thing with Kanye, that he literally thinks he's a freaking god. So there's Kendrick who thinks he's Jesus, and then there's Kanye who literally wants to be God. He wants to be God. That's the whole reason why he even sold his soul, is because he wants to literally, like, that's why he ran for president in 2020, I think it was. Like, he literally wants to be God and so in control of everything and just ruler of everything, because he is freaking demonic. He literally is possessed, mind controlled, etc. And also in that Donda concert, the other reason why it was also a very actually a very demonic it was actually a very demonic concert, is because I also seen pictures and clippings of the people who were with him in the Donda concert was Marilyn Manson. Now, if y'all don't know who Marilyn Manson is, look him up. I'm almost positive everybody knows who he is if y'all just see a picture of him. And just by seeing a picture of him, you're gonna see, all right, I'm looking at Lucifer's eyes right now. Like, he is very, all his life, he has literally clearly shown his alliance to Lucifer, that he's that's his God to him. So he was in this Christian concert doing demonic rituals, being with Marilyn Manson, and also I saw the baby, which we all know he also sold his soul. If y'all didn't know, well, there, I said it, he sold his soul as well, and we already know how the baby is. So he was already with those two right there. So y'all really about to tell me they're about to be, especially Marilyn Manson, about to be in a Christian concert? Especially Marilyn Manson, where he's literally all his career in life, he has literally showed that he is for the devil. He is living for the devil, and he doesn't hide it. You can just see it by just by, if you saw him walking on the road, you already see, okay, that's a demonic ass person, and you don't even have to be a Christian to see that. So you're really about to tell me that? Get out of here, Kanye. You're full of it, and I want people to just open their eyes to see that. So also another reason, so when I was talking about he wants to be a god, we know he mainly sold his soul because of that, and also his mother's passing. Bro, I'm almost positive he sacrificed his mother too. He sacrificed his mother because we are, like, well, not all of us, but when you sell your soul, sometimes you do, like, it's kind of like an option. It's, oh my gosh, it's so disturbing to say, but it's an option to, like, sacrifice people around you, like the close people around you. That can be either family, your best friends, your friends, it could be just anybody who is close to you. You have to sacrifice to, like, reach your status even more higher, to get even more fame and more money and more fortune, all this other stuff. So I'm almost positive, and this is not uncommon, which actually somebody in the list as well has been sacrificing multiple people as well. And so this is not very uncommon as well. I know Megan Thee Stallion, with her mother passing away, she also sacrificed her mother. Nicki Minaj, she also sacrificed her father who passed away. Okay, sorry about that. My camera literally just like cut off because it ran out of timing. But anyways, let me move on to the next person. The next person is Drake. I don't even want to be talking about Drake, bro, because I've obviously, back then I used to listen to his music, but I never was really a fan of him, because he always just gave me like the wrong, like, he always rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't even want to be talking about him, but I'm gonna be talking about him. First off, let's just start by saying that he is a pedophile. He is a pure pedophile. If y'all don't believe me, search up the multiple cases he has been with younger women, like minors, with the whole like Millie Bobby situation. It was with her. It was also with another girl who just like, he was like, I guess he had a relationship with a girl who literally just turned 18, which I'm pretty sure there was evidence that he was talking to her before she even turned 18. So they were talking, and then he waited for her to turn 18 so he could start dating her. There was also like another clip of him, like this was a super old clip. This is when he was first starting out, when he was first like getting popping and big, like the old Drake. And there was really a clip of him in in one of his concerts, and he literally, like, you know those like disgusting concerts where they the guys, like the artists, like get their fans on the stage and they start doing super sexual things. Like I know Trey Songz does it a lot, and like Usher, and like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's disgusting. Sexual sacrifice rituals, don't care. And basically there's literally a clip of him bringing out a 17-year-old on stage, and after, well, at first he didn't know she was 17, which he low-key did. She looked pretty young. At first he didn't know she was 17, but after she literally told him his age, like in front of all these people, in front of this whole stage, like in his concert, after her literally saying that she is 17, he's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to jail, da, da, da. After he knows that she's literally 17, he continues to kiss down her neck, being super sexual, kissing her, making out with her, like literally after she just said she was 17. And there's multiple other cases that he's been with like younger women as well. He is freaking disgusting. Like all of these people right here are just an abomination to society. He's disgusting. He's a pedophile. Also, another thing is, obviously he's associated with Lucifer as well, because of the whole 6 God situation. Like that by itself, 6 God, 666, and then God, that's already super disrespectful to the Lord above. And it's just 6 God, literally. Okay, I don't have to explain that much. And also with the owls, but owls symbolize, you know, very demonic stuff, witch stuff. Also the OVO also like literally looks like an owl. He's also associated with Lil Wayne. Obvious, like we all know, if y'all grew up like in the early 2000s, like we all know like Lil Wayne and Drake were like literally besties with the Tessie. They were inseparable. So just like with Kendrick Lamar, they weren't really inseparable. You know what I mean. Kendrick Lamar as well. Lil Wayne also signed him, and he also was associated with Lil Wayne. So it also shows that as well. Like I said, you can the channel, just watch more videos of Drake, and you will see like all his other demonic, disgusting stuff. He's literally showed his alliance with the devil. I'm done talking about him. I just can't stand him. Tyler, the Creator. Child, this is also another person I used to be a fan, like not a super fan, but I used to be a fan of as well. I really liked his music. But Tyler, Creator, very clearly shows his alliance. And I've seen multiple clips of him eating roaches. I've seen multiple clips of him like just like having like I know that the music video She, like his song She, that music video, very demonic. He literally shows that he's possessed. His eyes are all black. And that's another thing about him, is that he is very rebel. Like this doesn't surprise me that he actually is with, you know, he's associated with Lucifer, because he literally, like, he's a very rebellious person. Like, he just does not care. We all know, like, Tyler, the Creator is mainly known for like just like, he just never cares. He's very rebellious. He's a rule breaker. He's this and that. So what the hell makes you think he cares about you? He don't give a damn. So he don't give a damn about himself. So what makes you think he's gonna give a damn about his fans? So just open your eyes. And also with the Goblin cover, very clear that he's also shown his alliance with the devil as well. His eyes are literally all black. He has a freaking what is it called? Turned around, no, but downward, I can't even remember the word, but it's a downward cross on his forehead, in the middle of his forehead. And like, he just shows very demonic stuff. He also talks about it. It's just, he's disgusts me as well, because, you know, obviously I liked his music because he was like different and all this stuff, but clearly he's different in other ways. And also the last person I'm going to talk about is Young Thug. Child, Young Thug is probably by far out of this whole, I can't even say that because okay, let's say that by far Young Thug out of this whole list has been the most money hungry, selfish, most demonic one out of all of them. First off, Young Thug, this is what I was talking about earlier. Young Thug is by far like the artist that I mostly like am aware of, that he has done multiple sacrifices on the people by like close to him. He has done sacrifices on his friends, on his best friends, on his baby mother, on freaking family, on just a bunch. He's done so much sacrifices because he just wants the status and the fame and he just wants to get more money and more money and more money. He's freaking disgusting. Like, he disgusts me, and I wasn't a fan of him, but I did listen to some of his music. He is absolutely disgusting, and he clearly shows his alliance. He doesn't even hide it. He don't give a damn, because obviously people, the majority of this world, don't give a damn. Like, they're aware. It's not the fact, because at first I thought it was the fact that people are not aware of these demonic things, but no, people are aware. People are very aware about hell and heaven and the devil and God, and they are aware that what they're seeing and watching is consuming literally the devil and worshiping him, and people just don't care. And that's fine, because I'm just here to spread God's words, and whatever y'all do with this video is, you know, y'all's life. I can't force anything. But that's he literally clearly shows that his alliance is with literally the devil. His music videos show it. He clearly shows he's also a part of the Illuminati, which is basically the same thing, worshiping the devil. He just very clearly shows it. He also is associated with Lil Uzi Vert. He did make a song with J. Cole. He did make a song with just multiple, I forgot, Travis Scott. I didn't even put him on the list. Child, he is freaking disgusting as well. It's just, there's so many disgusting artists out here that just makes me want to throw up and just, you know, put them to, you know, child, I'm gonna let God handle it. But he also believes that he is the best in the rap game. Like, this is what I was saying. Like, he's a very selfish, like, he clearly has a demon possessing him, because you can just see it in his eyes, first off, and second off, he is very how do you say it, like, he's just very cocky. He's very cocky, and he's very prideful, and he really be thinking like he's the best in the rap game because he has all this status and all this other stuff. But honey, you literally are just best in the rap game because you sold your soul and have done how many sacrifices to Lucifer. But anywho, because he pisses me off. He has no talent. Like, he's disgusting. Oh my gosh. But yeah. But also, he also likes to, another thing is I want to address, the last thing I want to address about him is that he also likes, he clearly is in this agenda. Like, it's so clear that he's in this agenda, because also, I think, I don't keep up with him, but I do remember like that whole scandal where he was the first artist to like wear dresses and dress like a woman and paint his nails and all this stuff. This is all to confuse his fans. This is to influence his, like, this is all just like to confuse them and to make them like just against God's plans and God's will and God's purpose into life. Like, what the hell are you doing? They're just trying to confuse everybody. They're trying to confuse genders with genders, gender roles with this, they're trying to just confuse everybody, and to have men just like women and women just like men, and just like this whole like gender fluid thing and multiple genders and all this other stuff. Just all, they're trying to just confuse us all, so we can be blinded by God's will and God's words and God's purpose into life. So that's my video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had fun making this video because I'm exposing all of them. But obviously I'm not going in depth with them. I might do that. I might just go in depth, like make one whole video about a certain person. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I love y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed day, month, week, year, day. I already said that. Blessed hour, blessed just everything. Love y'all, and have a good day.